NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB! Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Marblehead Veterans Middle School as the Magicians softball team takes on the Winthrop Vikings. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and stay tuned to the end of the game for the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. The Magicians come in to today's game having clinched their spot in the MIAA tournament with a record of 10-7. But they are coming off a loss, so they're hoping to get back into the win column with Tessa Francis on the mound. Tessa had an injury a few games ago. Good to see her back out there for our coverage of this one. She is up over 700 career strikeouts and 100 on the season. And for Winthrop, they are a couple of games away from the tournament. They are 7-11. They have won 3 in a row after a 7-game losing streak. They haven't beat great competition over this 3-game win streak that they're on, but let's see if they can give the Magicians a game this afternoon. This season series over the last few years has been one-sided in favor of the Magicians. For Winthrop, they'll lead it off with Molly Tightmore. She digs in, as does Francis in the pitching circle. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1. Swinging strike for Tightmore to even the count at 1. Tessa throws hard when it comes to her fastball, and she will slow it way down and fool hitters with her changeup. It's another fastball that's high in the zone that Tightmore gets a piece of and fouls back for strike 2. This is to first. Kate Andriano makes the play, steps on first for the out. So we've got Kate at first. At the hot corner on the other side is sister Tessa Francis. In the middle, Avery Sheridan at short. We're used to seeing Haley Schmidt at shortstop, but she's not in the game this afternoon. Haley's battled some injuries over the year. I'm not sure exactly why she's out today, but potentially for that reason, or she'd most likely be getting the start. And then Grace Dow is at second base. 2 balls on the number 2 hitter for Winthrop, that's Sophia Gonzalez. In the outfield, left to right is Lillian Reddy, Ashley Mortensen, and Lucy Rogers. And doing the catching is Nora Mahan. Isabel Mortensen has been catching most of the season. Nora has been at second. So a bunch of girls in different positions and a few getting starts that we haven't seen so far this season. And this is a 3-0 pitch that's in there for strike one. See if Francis can battle back here. And the 3-1 is across the plate. Full count on Gonzalez. And swing and a miss. First strikeout for Francis. Battling back from a 3-0 count to strike her out. Well done by the potential NEC MVP, Tessa Francis. That'll bring up Francesca Indrisano. She's the Winthrop catcher, and she swings through a fastball. Tessa, in a recent game, struck out 18 batters. And in an even stranger scenario, the Magicians lost the game to Gloucester a few games back, 1-0, in which she threw a no-hitter. Another swinging strike makes the count 1-2. Gloucester ran a suicide squeeze play to get the run across, which ended up being a fielder's choice, which doesn't go down as a hit. So Tessa still had the no-hitter despite the loss. And Francis makes quick work of the Vikings. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the top of the first inning. The Magicians will bring Ashley Mortensen, Nora Mahan, and Tess Andriano to the plate in the bottom half. Pitching today for Winthrop is Lucy Boncourt. She is a sophomore. She'll face Ashley Mortensen to begin the bottom half of the first. Delivers a strike. Ashley, I would say, is teetering on an NEC All-Star bid with the season she's put together in her senior year. One of the two captains, along with Tess Andriano, who will hit third this inning. Both should be recognized by the conference when it's all said and done. Ashley fouls off pitch number 2, down in the hole, 0-2 here. Hard ground ball past shortstop, and Ashley's on. That gets by Sophia Gonzalez at short. The rest of the infield is Kylie McFarland at third, Nora Zaffini at second, and Michaela Hurt at first. Catching is Francesca Idrizano. Then you've got Brianna Risotto in left, Molly Tightmore in center, and Jenna Whitehead in right, as Nora Mahan looks at ball one. That's high. Nora with that small strike zone doesn't stand very tall, but she stands out with the blue helmet. Worn that for years. Ashley's off with the pitch, and she is in there safely. The throw goes into center field. Ashley probably found out how the infield tasted with that slide. Three balls and no strikes on Mahan, taking all the way. Ashley a big secondary lead. Pitch is a called strike. The 3-1 from Boncourt is bunted off the body of Mahan. It'll be foul. I think Nora will be swinging away here with a full count. That is low. It's a walk. And Mortensen was off and is safely at third. That brings up Tess Andriano. Mahan steals second easily. No throw down. Had they, Ashley would have scored. So second and third, 1 ball, no strikes on Tess. Chance to knock in 2 early here. Takes a strike. Boncourt delivers off speed. Tess puts it to short and no play anywhere. A run scores and Mortensen. RBI single. I guess could be considered an error on Gonzalez. But it is 1-0 Magicians with nobody out in the bottom of the first, and now Kate Andriano steps in. Tess takes off with no throw. They actually throw down to third to try to get Mahan getting back to the bag, and they throw it away, and Nora scurries home for the second run. Second pitch to Kate is outside. Chance to knock Tess home, now in scoring position. Swings over that one. A good pitch by Boncourt. First time she's been ahead in a count since Ashley led off. Yeah, strike 3. Big out for Boncourt, but that'll bring up Tessa Francis. Has multiple home runs this season. One of the reasons she's probably the front runner for NEC MVP despite missing time is the way she complements her excellent pitching as being a terrific batter. Here's the 0-1 inside. That is high. 2-1 on Francis. Ground ball towards first, gloved, and Tessa is out. Well played by Michaela Hurt over at first. Tessa Andriano to third. That'll bring up Lucy Rogers. Back-to-back left-handed hitters in the lineup for Johnny Gold's Magicians this afternoon. That is drilled up the middle, and that is going to score Andriano. Rogers attacks the first pitch and has herself an RBI. 3-0 Magicians. That brings up Grace Dow. Takes ball one. Ball in the dirt for ball two. Hard chopper back to the pitcher. Initially dropped. Boncourt picks it up, fires over to Hurt for the third out, but the Magicians score 3 and lead it 3-zip after 1. After a 1-2-3 first inning, Tessa Francis back out there here in the top of the second, now with a 3-0 lead. To face Nora Zaffini. Called strike. Zaffini backed out, but it's over the inside portion of the plate. Strike two. That one's too far inside. The 1-2, way out of the zone, but Zaffini swings and misses. 3 straight strikeouts for Francis. That brings up Juliana Marengi. First pitch way outside. Grounded foul. Two games left for the Magicians after this one in the regular season against Danvers and Newburyport. Big cut for Marengi. Comes up empty. Count is 1-2. Tessa deals. It's high. Marengi. It looked like she got a piece, but I guess not. Goes to the backstop, but comes off. And Mahan's able to make the play and throw her out at first. That pitch was way above her head. Strike him out, throw him out. Tessa starts Kylie McFarland off with a strike. Second pitch is inside. Fouled off the backstop, and Tessa a strike away from another 1-2-3 inning, potentially striking out the side in the process. And here's the 1-2. Strike three. 5 straight Ks for Francis. All 5 with the batters going down, swinging. Magicians coming up. 8-9-1 in the order. Avery Sheridan, Lillian Reddy, and Ashley Mortensen due up in the bottom of the second. Boncourt ready to go. Steps on the rubber, winds and fires it in there for strike 1. High and away to even the count. Comes back with 1-2 low. It's 2-1. Hard ground ball, shortstop this time makes the play and makes the throw across in time. Well done by Gonzalez at short for the Vikings. Tough play going to her left and squaring her body up to make the throw. She gets it done, and that brings up Lillian Reddy. Lillian swings and misses. The Magicians do have Isabel Mortensen and Haley Schmidt listed as 2 of their 3 substitutes this afternoon, so hopefully they are not out with injury. It seems like they're available and maybe just against the Winthrop team that they find the upper hand against. They are getting Avery Sheridan and Grace Dow some time, some starts that they haven't got so far this season. The ground ball by Reddy past the first baseman. Potentially another error on the Vikings, but we'll give her a single. And she's on from the 9 slot. Back to the top of the order with Ashley Mortensen, who singled, stole second, stole third, and scored in the first. It takes ball 1. Kylie Lewis is the 3rd available substitute for MHS this afternoon. Ashley tries to lay down a bunt, but it's foul. Boncourt winds and delivers, and this is lofted over the shortstop's head. That'll drop, and the Magicians are going to have first and second with 1 out. Second hit of the day for Ash. Norma Hand will step back into the batter's box. Walked, stole second, and scored. Lays down a bunt, bounces towards the pitcher, and she throws it away as the second baseman was covering. First baseman was charging, and from second, Lillian Reddy scores. That makes it 4-0. Runners on the corners for Tessa Andriano. Mahan takes off immediately. No cover. Second stolen base for Mahan without a challenge. Same situation as last time with Mortensen on third, knowing she would sprint home on a throw. Tess with a chance to drive in some more here. Takes a ball high, just out of the zone. It's 2-1. Three and one now. Takes ball 4 outside. And Magicians have him loaded for Kate Andriano. Winthrop head coach or assistant coach. One of the two. Either Steve Indrasano or Robert Boncourt. That's Robert, having a word with his daughter and the infield. There's Lucy Boncourt in quite a jam here. 4-0 Magicians, already given up a run here in the inning. Infield pulled in a little bit so they can try to make a play at the plate. Kate Andriano, the one strikeout victim by Boncourt today, fouls pitch number 1 back. Kate with a chance to do big time damage here. Open this one up early. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, left field, foul. Kate behind in the count. 0-2. 1 out in the inning. The 0-2 is high. Good looking pitch. Kate gets the call. Hard ground ball up the middle. That's going to score at least 2. Kate drives in Ashley and Nora. Tess stops at second. And it is 6-0 Magicians. Great hit right back up the middle. This bounces to the backstop. The Andrianos will move up a base each, and it's 1-0 on Tessa Francis. With a chance to help herself out, cushion this lead even more before she heads back out there for the third. Second pitch in the dirt. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, did Tessa? Swings and misses at something outside. You could see the frustration. Knew she should have held up on that one. But still ahead in the count, 2-1. Boncourt deals. This is lifted into left. It has a chance to stay fair. It does. And an excellent play by Brianna Risotto in left. A diving effort to retire Francis, but on the catch, Tess Andriano tags up and hurries home to make it 7-0. So 2 down in the inning. Lucy Rogers steps back in, attacked the first pitch she saw in the first. Laced it up the middle for an RBI single. This time around takes ball 1. Kate Andriano also tagged up on the fly ball, so she is at second. Rogers fouls that one softly towards the Winthrop dugout. In the dirt, and Kate Andriano's going to move up. So the first pitch was a strike, not a ball, so the count is 1-2. They put it up on the scoreboard incorrectly. That one floats high for ball 2. The single will make it 8-0. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Stays low. Grace Dow waits on deck. Hoping for a chance. Let's see if Rogers can put it in play here on the full count pitch, and she walks. She's on for the second time. Now runners on the corners for Dow. Grace grounded back to the pitcher to end the first inning. 9th hitter to the plate here for the Magicians in the second. Got to think Rogers might take off. And she holds up, at least for now. Strike 1 on Dow. Encore fires a good one on the inside part. Dow behind 0-2. Fouls it out of play to stay alive. Another 0-2 pitch from Boncourt. Into left, it's going to drop in front of Risotto, and that scores Andriano. RBI single for Dow. It is 8-0 Magicians. And they have batted around here in the second. Avery Sheridan, who led off, back up. Grounded out to short as the first batter of the inning. Lifts this one to shallow center. Going to be a tough play. A running effort by Tightmore, but she drops it in and out of the glove. And that scores Lucy Rogers to make it 9-0. The runners were off on contact with 2 outs. Tightmore almost had it. It was intermit for a second. Really nice effort, but couldn't secure it. So Dow is on second, Sheridan on first, still 2 outs. 10th batter of the inning, Lillian Reddy back up there, singled and scored already here in the second, and is ahead in the count, 2-0. Big hack, swing and a miss. 2-1 on Reddy. 6 runs across with 1 out. Actually, my bad, that's not right. 5 runs across with 1 out. 1 more with 2 outs in the inning. Here's the 2-2. Grounded back to the pitcher. That should end the inning, and Winthrop finally out of it. But the Magicians plate 6 and lead it 9-0 after 2. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be right back. It's 5 straight strikeouts for Tessa Francis as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. She'll face Lucy Boncourt, Jenna Whitehead, and Brianna Risotto. Strike 1. Pitch number 2 to Boncourt is high. Magicians trying to snap Winthrop's 3-game win streak. Two and 2 on Boncourt. Boncourt going to stay in there with the foul ball. Comes back with an off-speed pitch that floats away from Boncourt, so the count is full. And that's in the dirt. First walk and first base runner of the afternoon for Winthrop. It'll bring up Jenna Whitehead. This is where the Magicians' infield could be tested a little bit with Sheridan at short and Dow at second. Not everyday players. See if they're able to turn 2 if there's something on the ground. But that hitter. So first and second. Strike 1 on Brianna Risotto. There's a courtesy runner at second for the Vikings, but we don't have her on the roster. Probably a JV call-up. There's a bunt laid right out in front of the plate. Andriano has trouble picking it up. The throw is going to be late. Oh, it's in time? Wow. Don't know about that, but luckily we don't have instant replay. The third base coach is asking if he's sure on that. He's going to probably go talk to the home plate umpire. She was safe. That is the head coach for Winthrop, Aaron Vicruz, at third, and the call stands. So it goes down as a 5-4, as it was Andriano over to Dow covering. This is into left. It's going to be a tough play for Lillian Reddy, but she gets there. And they double her up at third. And just like that, the inning's over. That courtesy runner was halfway down the line, making a base running mistake. Easy toss from Reddy to Andriano. And Francis out of a mini jam there. We're going back to the top of the order to begin the bottom of the third inning. Just a moment. Bottom of the third inning, the Magicians lead 9-0. Third inning and third at bat for MHS leadoff hitter Ashley Mortensen. Singled, stole second and third, and scored on an RBI by Tess Andriano in the first. Grounds this one on the first pitch to third, and the play is made. So Ashley now 2 for 3. She'd also singled and scored in the second. The Magicians brought 10 batters to the plate in inning number 2, plating 6. That'll bring up Nora Mahan. Has walked and reached on an error. Stolen a couple bases. She also goes after the first pitch. It's lofted and caught by the shortstop. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Boncourt. Could make this a very quick inning. That brings up Tess Andriano. Has also scored twice. Singled, walked, has an RBI, and takes ball 1. Boncourt definitely needs a quick inning to boost her confidence, trailing 9-0. (2-0) on Tess. That's in there. Oh, good looking pitch. Deemed a ball by the home plate umpire. 3-1. Boncourt winds and deals. Ground ball, third base side, picked up and thrown across for the out. Boncourt jumps up in the air in excitement of the 1-2-3 inning. 2-3-4 hitters due up for Winthrop. Before we break, we'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB. Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?
Top of the fourth inning for Tessa Francis and the Magicians defense. Francis with 5 strikeouts this afternoon. After striking out the side in the second, let the defense do the work. Last inning. Winthrop put 2 on as Francis walked the first batter and hit the second batter. But a ground out and then a double play from the outfield, catching the runner off third. Got Francis out of the second and third jam. She'll face Sofia Gonzalez here and starts her off with a ball. She struck her out in the first. Gonzalez gets it past Dow at second. Dow needed to get the glove down to the dirt to make that play. It snuck right underneath for a single. That is the first actual hit of the afternoon for the Vikings. Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Indrisano. She struck out to end the first. Chance at 2 here for the Magicians infield. They turn it well, but they're late at first. They get the runner at second. So that's what I wanted to see, if Sheridan and Dow would be able to cleanly turn a double play. And they almost do. Their first opportunity. It goes down as a 6-4. That lands fair, stays fair. Charged by Kate Andriano, gets the runner at first, throws across to Tess, and they double them up on the base paths again. Another courtesy runner who makes a mistake for Winthrop, trying to go first to third on a ball that went about 30 feet into the infield. More base running errors cost Winthrop. The Magicians coming back up in the bottom of the fourth with a 9-0 lead. Kate Andriano, Tessa Francis, and Lucy Rogers due up in the bottom of the fourth for MHS. They brought 7 to the plate in the first inning, 10 to the plate in the second inning, and then went 1, 2, 3 in the third. Let's see if they can get back to producing here in the fourth against Boncourt. Andriano puts it in the air, short right field. The second baseman drops it. By my book, second error committed by Zaffini this afternoon. It is base running blunders and fielding errors that have hurt Winthrop, amongst some really nice hitting and base running by the Magicians. Kind of textbook stuff from one team and Little League stuff by another. Tessa Francis 0 for 2 on the day. You know she wants to change that. Drills it deep, center, back, off the fence. Held to a long single because Tightmore had a chance against the wall. It drops by her, and Kate Andriano was waiting to see if it was caught to run. But Tessa just missed a home run. She will be run for by Kylie Lewis. So runners on first and second with no outs for Lucy Rogers, who has singled, walked, and driven in a run and scored one. Takes strike one. We don't see Rogers play a lot, but she's put two really nice at-bats together. Takes pitch number 2 from Boncourt, low. Count 1-1. Strike 2, outside part of the plate. Rogers shakes her head in agreement. Change-up style pitch from Boncourt is low. Here's a 2-2 from number 22. Sliced foul. Rogers drove in Tess Andriano in the first, has a chance to drive in Kate Andriano here in the fourth. Kate on second, Kylie Lewis on first. That is inside and will push the count full. Swing and a miss. Boncourt gets her. Second strikeout in the game for Boncourt. First out in the inning. That brings up Grace Dow. Grace takes ball 1. Grounded back to the pitcher in the first to end the first inning. Singled for an RBI in the second. Little looper in the infield. It drops. And Lewis caught on first base, thinking it might be caught, is out at second. Again, it dropped, so Gonzalez picked it up, stepped on second base. Kate Andriano moves up to third, and Dow is on first. Avery Sheridan at the plate. Hit hard. Deep center field, and this time caught cleanly by Tightmore, and that is 3 outs. The score remains 9-0. The Magicians strand a couple there in the fourth. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Fifth inning coming up. Top of the fifth inning for the visiting Winthrop Vikings. They'll bring the 5, 6, 7 hitters to the plate. They've had 2 runners on base in the third and a couple runners in the fourth, but they've been caught in double plays on the base paths with bad base running to end both the innings, and Francis has faced just 1 batter over the minimum so far through 4. Let's see here. This looks like a pinch hitter. Yeah, this is Gabriella Bustamante hitting for Marengi, who was the designated player. Bustamante. There's the 1-2. And called out on strikes. A low strike. Bustamante. Gonna bust a move back to the dugout. caught looking. First strikeout for Francis where the batter wasn't swinging. 6th of the game. That brings up Kylie McFarland, who shows bunt right away. Pulls back. Ground ball to Tessa Andriano at third. And it's the second time she's had trouble with a ground ball this afternoon. This time it puts the runner on. So an error on Andriano. Unlike her to not be extremely solid over there, but she has struggled on a couple balls that have been hit her way. In the 3rd inning, it was Tessa who fumbled the ground ball to her, had trouble picking it up, but the runner was still called out at first, despite, I think, everybody but the umpire thinking that the runner was safe. That was a foul ball, was it not? Yeah, runner's got to go back to first. That was fouled off of the home plate umpire's mask. I thought I saw something that I didn't with how confident the runner was moving up to second base. So there's 0-2 to Boncourt, and it's high. Here is the 1-2 with 1 out and a runner on, and that's high. That slices foul. Another 2-2 pitch from Francis. Winds, delivers, it's low. Throw down to first, not in time. The runner dives back. Full count on Boncourt. McFarland on first base. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Magicians threw down to first, but she did drop it. She dropped strike 3, but McFarland up to second. Strikeout number 7 for Francis, 2nd in the inning. And Jenna Whitehead might have got a piece of strike 1 there. Into the mitt of my hand behind the plate. That's a good pitch. Vikings, another runner in scoring position. A couple innings in a row, a few innings in a row. Whitehead gets a piece to hang in there. Strike 3, Mahan catches it this time, bobbled it in the glove, but catches it with her bare hand. No need for a throw down. And Francis strikes out the side for the 2nd time this afternoon. The Vikings strand a runner on second. 8 strikeouts in the game for Tessa. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Lillian Reddy will lead things off for the Magicians in the bottom of the 5th inning. She's a 9-hitter. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored back in their 6-run 2nd inning. (9-0) the score. And Boncourt's first pitch is in the air towards third base into foul territory and in and out of the glove of Kylie McFarland. Another play by the Vikings defense that should have been made will give Lillian Reddy another chance. Gonzalez almost had a chance backing her up. Drops a bunt that looked like it might have been in front of that line, which would have been foul territory. In front meaning on the home plate side of it, but the umpire looking over the ball said it was fair, and she is thrown out at first. Brings up Ashley Mortensen for her 4th at bat. She's 2 for 3. Takes ball 1. Ashley singled in both the 1st and 2nd innings, scored in both the 1st and 2nd inning, and has 2 stolen bases. Grounded out to 3rd on the first pitch of the bottom of the 3rd. And has a 1-1 count on her here. And her 4th at bat against Boncourt. Slow roller. Ashley should be able to get there, and she does. Beats the throw from Boncourt safely. Infield single. That'll bring Nora Mahan up for her 4th at bat. She's reached twice on a walk and an error. A couple stolen bases and a couple runs scored as well. Popped up to short in her last try. And you got to assume Ashley will be off and running here. Mahan does her usual step up like she's going to get a head start on the swing, but the pitch went underneath her feet. A pass ball or wild pitch, however you deem it, allows Mortensen to get to 2nd. I always make the point to say it's so odd to see a right-handed hitter get a running start. Shows bunt, pulls back. Mortensen steals 3rd. She won't need dinner with all the dirt she's eaten today. Third stolen base. I guess with the wild pitch, that one doesn't count as a stolen base. On her move up to 2nd there. Mahan leaps over that one as well. The count is 2-1. Now 3-1 on the Magician's catcher. The pitch from Boncourt is over the inner half for strike 2. Full count on Mahan. Boncourt walked her on a full count in the 1st. Chance to redeem herself. The pitch is a little high, and she walks her again. So runners on the corners for Tess Andriano. We've had this situation twice already today. Mahan has taken off with no throw from Winthrop. Same situation this time. And Mahan safely to 2nd. Actually threw down to 3rd in one of those situations, and it got by McFarland at 3rd, and Mortensen scored. I think that was in the 1st inning. Two balls, no strikes on the Magicians' three-hitter. That is a line drive into right field. That scores Mortensen. That scores Mahan. 2 more RBI for Tess Andriano, who's having herself quite a day. On base for the 3rd time. 3 RBIs, stolen base, 2 runs scored for Tess. It is 11-0 Magicians. They are 1 run away from that golden number of 12. That brings up Kate Andriano. 2 RBIs back in the 2nd inning. Lifts it, center field. Charging hard is Tightmore. It gets Byer. Tess will hold at 3rd. Kate at 2nd. On the throw, it gets by the 2nd baseman. Tess goes home. That is the 12th run, and that is the ball game. More fielding errors by Winthrop ultimately cost them that final run, and the Magicians mercy rule the Vikings 12-0 with just 1 out in the 5th inning. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game.
The Marblehead Sports Shop offers custom sports apparel, team uniforms, and Marblehead branded one-of-a-kind gifts, and is proud to present the MHS Sports on MHTV Player of the Game.
Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Today's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is Tess Andriano. I have her in the book as 2 for 4 with 2 singles, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, a stolen base, and a walk. One of those runs scored was the final run in the 12-0 Magicians win. So congratulations, Tess, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. The Magicians improved to 11-7 on the year with 2 games left in the regular season. They are ranked just outside the top 10 in the Division II MIAA standings. So we can't wait to see where they're placed when they come out, and if this team can make a deep run in the tournament like they were hoping for at the beginning of the year. So once again, the final score, 12-0 Magicians in 5. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.
NGB is always here to help.
Thank you, NGB.
No, thank you.
What would we do without NGB?
They're always so helpful.
Thanks, NGB. Thanks, NGB.
Always here to help.
Wow, thanks, NGB.
Always happy to help. I'm no hero. I'm just doing my job.
Let's hear it for NGB, huh?
Wake up.
Hey, Jim.
We have customers to take care of. Welcome to NGB. How can we help you?